So what's going on, YouTube family? I'm back again with another video. Consistent Fluent is back in the building. So day number 2 of consistency. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We gotta keep on pumping out content for y'all. Um, so I was actually going through all kinds of different stuff I was looking through today, and I was just super impressed. I've already seen this, so it's not really a reaction, but more of a review of this analysis of that goat conversation that I hate so badly. I really, really hate that conversation, but it's never going to end. Like, as long as someone is debating who is the goat of a sport, you know, there's going to be someone who says that, hey, this person is the goat because of this person's the goat because of this, so on and so forth. Um, which, again, I'll say, I truly don't believe that there's no way that you can say that there's a goat, because how would you compare? You can't necessarily compare somebody until they've played in the same. Like, if you could take the prime, let's say in basketball, you took a prime Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, all these different people that are arguably the GOAT of basketball, the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. You take every single last one of them in their prime and put them in a one-on-one situation, like a one-on-one tournament in their prime. The best level that you could ever say that they have ever were in their career, and just put them on a one-on-one tournament and see who came out on top. That, to me, would be the only way you could truly justify saying a particular person is the GOAT. However, there's no way in the world that you could ever do that, especially since some of them, I believe, are even not even, well, some of them aren't even here with us anymore. Uh, God rest their soul, and all that kind of stuff. But either way, in regards to the GOAT conversation right now, you know, the two major players in that GOAT conversation in basketball, that is LeBron James and Michael Jordan. And me personally, again, there's enough evidence that neither one of them should be a GOAT. But if you are going to, since they are the two that you compare, there's things that I feel like you shouldn't use as a determining factor, like championships. The number of championships, yes, Michael Jordan led basketball teams went 6-0 in the finals when they got to him. Okay, that's cool. I understand that. Not going to take anything away from him, but in regards to that, one, a championship is a team effort. There's not one person that can really say, I'm going to win the championship by myself. You're not going to take on. It's not going to be 1 versus 12. It's not. So championships are a team effort. So that's another reason why I feel like that's not fair to judge off of the number of rings, or at least the record. Like, oh, a player was six undefeated in the finals, or a player was a particular team was they lost more in the finals than they won. It's a team effort, which I feel if you are going to use that, then I then LeBron's probably going to necessarily. There's an argument that will help LeBron, and then there's also, of course, the one that helps Jordan, because what helps Jordan is the fact that his team never lost in the finals. He went 6-0, clean sweep, never lost. In fact, he never even went to a game 7 in the finals. However, what helps LeBron in the fact of, finals and championships is that no matter what team he played for was an instant title contender. No matter who else was on the team, it didn't. He could have nobody on the team. It didn't matter who else was on the team. As soon as LeBron James signed to a team, that team was automatically a title contender. And once he left that team, they didn't even make the playoffs the next year. So that's just my argument in regards to if you're going to say something about championships affecting someone's legacy and whether or not they're the GOAT or not. However, this isn't about me. This is about a video that I saw that I stumbled across that I found was very well articulated. I like the way this was articulated, and this is by Gilbert Arenas. And because of the way he articulates this, makes me have a very, very profound respect for him and his mind and the way he analyzed this particular thing. And you guys tell me what you think in the comment section below. But before we go any further, don't forget, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Drop me a like, comment, hit all that up. Hit the post notification bell so you get my content when I first post it. But let's go ahead and get into the video itself. So here it is. I'll leave a link.
The reason that I feel LeBron is the GOAT is because during pressure times, he still makes the actual right decision versus what us fans and the public wants him to do.
That is another thing I will say, and I don't intend to, just like with my reaction I did yesterday, I don't intend to do too much pausing or anything. I'm going to try my best to just speak as there's like holes if he leaves any that I talk. But that's another thing. I like what he said there. We as fans do have a prejudice where if you are considered the best player on a team, that you should always have the ball in your hands at the very last second to make sure that your team wins. But I like how he phrased this. That's not necessarily always true, because even if that was true, then what happens if the team you have the best player has the ball in their hands at the last second, and the opposing team knows you're going to get the ball, so they double, triple, even quadruple team you, and you no longer have the ability to make that last shot. But because they've double, tripled, and quadruple teamed you, you have all these open people. So are you still, because you're the best player, supposed to make that last shot regardless, just because you're the best player?
And that's what separates, him from Jordan and Kobe. Where if you give Jordan and Kobe those Cavs teams, they wouldn't make the play. They would have made it to the championship because Jordan would have just averaged 60 and said, "The hell with it."
True. Exactly. Highlights.
About to break down the key. One and only LeBron James.
He went against LeBron.
What really made me fall in love with LeBron's play was we're in the playoffs. It was game 5, 4 minutes left, and I picked up something in what he did. It kind of changed the series. He was playing decoy, and we think our game plan is shutting them down. And then he looks over at the bench and then gives them the nod. And the nod ended up subbing Elgauskas out. We subbed out Brendan Haywood. And when Brendan Haywood subbed out, LeBron James attacked that basket. Once again, James on a post-up. But why I fall in love with it is he decoyed to give everybody else a chance to get involved into the game before he took over. And I just thought that was just like special.
That was a nice pass.
As soon as I got on the court, I didn't care who was on the court. I'm checking.
He said, "I'm trucking no matter what. I
I'm
don't care."
shooting. I'm trying to be aggressive. Knowing that he needed these players throughout this game, he let them eat during moments of the game while he took a backseat. It took the whole summer to understand what he was doing and realize that was brilliant to decoy yourself to get everybody involved, get everyone plays.
That was a
Then
nice
you
pass
take
too.
over and decoy again, and decoy. Then I realized we never actually guarded this guy. When he wasn't scoring, it was him decoying. He could have scored 70 against us. He could score 70 against everybody else. So what ends up happening is when you actually think you're guarding LeBron, you're actually not guarding LeBron. He's just in decoy mode, letting everybody else get a feel for you. And that's when I was like,
I feel it.
from year 17, 18 to year one, what set LeBron apart was his IQ, was his ability to adapt, ability to read. That's what we didn't understand when we was first matching up in the playoffs against him, how smart he really was. So there were times where we're leaving a certain guy open, knowing that no one in their right mind will pass it to,
Right.
which he would. And the outcome was great. His film breakdown while I'm watching him at home, I understood he understood the game very well, but I didn't understand and didn't realize then he's willing to sacrifice his name, his integrity of being bashed to make the right play.
Right. Made that right play, man. Always make that right play. Right.
David Jones didn't play game 5, nor game 6 comes in for the last 20 seconds of the game. We're going to leave David. He's not going to pass to David Jones. David Jones hasn't shot the ball in 2 games, and he actually makes that pass, which shows that he believes in his teammates, which gives them the sense that we believe in ourselves too. Jordan would have just averaged 60 and said, "To hell with it." He would have still gave the ball to J.R. Smith after J.R. Smith did what J.R. Smith has done. But because he still believes in his teammates, they still believe in themselves too during the crucial time.
Right.
That's what makes LeBron different. I think that
Right.
we were spoiled by Jordan.
I like the
grace he brought to the game, his fierceness, the way he ended games. And when Kobe came, we seen Jordan light. So what ends up happening is when you have a player like LeBron who comes into the game, who doesn't have the instincts of Jordan and Kobe, they're going to take that last shot no matter what. We
Right.
feel that if you're the best player, you're the star. You're compared to Jordan and Kobe, you should be Jordan and Kobe like.
Right.
It's not necessarily correct. Jordan and Kobe possess something LeBron didn't have.
And that's what I was talking about at the very beginning when I was saying, we automatically think that the best player should always have the ball in his hand in the last closing seconds, and that's not always right because that's not always the best play. If you want your team to win, you have to have faith in the rest of your team because again, it's a team sport. So you have to have faith in the rest of your team so that if you get trapped up being the best player, that you can rely on someone else, a Scottie Pippen, a Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Anthony Davis, whoever your second hand man is, or even a third or fourth hand man. You have to have trust in these guys that if you get trapped up, you're gonna automatically be thinking of, okay, I'm not open anymore. I'm the best person on the play on the court right now, but I'm trapped up. I'm not going to be. If I selfishly take this shot, I'm not going to be able to make it. So let me pass it to someone who is open and let them get that shot. Only makes sense. But we as a fan want someone who is supposedly the best player on the team to automatically always take the last shot, and that's not always the best possible. That's not always the best thing for the team.
Which was the first step, which made them one-on-one play. LeBron came in as Magic Johnson, meaning his vision is his key. as someone who loved Michael Jordan and Kobe, we get mad and we want to knock him because he's using his vision when we allow them to use their one-on-one skill to finish play. It's unfair to say you can use your one-on-one skills, but you can't use your gift. You can't use your vision. You can't see the open man. You're supposed to chuck the
Well,
shot.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. That pass was legendary. Hold on, let me see. That pass was legendary.
Use your gift. You
I don't
can't
know if
use
y'all
your
see
gift.
that, but
You
that pass was
can't
legendary.
see the open man. You're
He
supposed
just
to
passed the
chuck the
hell out
shot
of
up,
that pass just now.
and if it goes in, we're gonna cheer you on. If you miss it, we're gonna say, you don't have it. No, this is what makes him the ability to see the open guy if he's not open. Just like Jordan made himself the open guy, but we didn't knock him when he passed it to Steve Kerr. He didn't pass it to him knowing he was gonna make the shot. He passed it to him hoping he would make that.
Like I said, I've already seen this, so I know how he breaks this down, and I like it. Listen.
Running off of AD, therefore decoy, and then Anthony Davis a downscreen for LeBron coming up for the ball. Now you have LeBron and Jimmy Butler's guarding. I'm pretty sure Danny Green was supposed to actually set a pick so Duncan Robinson can switch on him. So LeBron James has to react. Now, pause right now. Now, this is very important to viewers.
This is what I'm talking about. Best player surrounded.
Horrible look at this point. You have a corner shooter in Twin who has his hands on his knees. I don't know if he's tired. I don't know if I don't know what he's doing, but he's not actually ready to shoot. So when people at home are judging LeBron off of his decision, you have to look at it all as it plays out. You have the Twin, hands on his knees, not ready to shoot, can't pass him. You have Crowder, who actually interrupts LeBron's shot here. So the fact that he actually digs for the ball kind of throws off LeBron's shot attempt. Now, I'm pretty sure if you're a LeBron fan, you've actually never seen LeBron go right and actually do a running. He's never done a floater. He's never really been a floating type of guy. So what ends up happening is the dig by Crowder kind of throws off his rhythm. So if he would have actually took this shot, I'm pretty sure it would have been 12%, which the actual play now is back to Danny Green.
All right.
So me saying that, I wouldn't have passed it. I wouldn't have, but I wouldn't have put myself in the situation in the first place.
His straightforward honesty is like hilarious. It's straight. Like Gilbert Areanas, you are freaking hilarious, bro. You man, that's amazing. I love it. But yeah, like at that point, I like the way he broke that down because I like the way he broke down the way the the way it played out. And normally, in that particular case, Danny Green would have made that because that is what he does, which is the reason why LeBron did it. Pass it to him because that's normally what Danny Green does. That's what he did for the Spurs. That's what he did for the Raptors. That's what he had done for the Lakers up until that point. But just that one particular time, he messed up. Why? I don't know. When he was that freaking open, head scratcher. But again, that one particular time was the worst possible time you could think to actually choke like that, Danny Green. And that's why some people probably did actually hate you. I would never hate nobody. Hopefully no one hates him. But yeah, worst possible scenario for you to actually miss that particular shot. Anyway.
So for us to actually say what LeBron did is a bad decision, I would have took it. If you pause it right here and look at the pass he made, if Danny Green makes this shot, LeBron made the best decision that he could ever have made, which is the only decision he was supposed to make.
See, I like that.
He's watching film on top of film on top of film. What most people do in the playoffs, he does every single game. So he knows the ins and outs of all your plays, where you're supposed to be, where you don't supposed to be. When you try to trick him by calling a play, he's going to pick up on it and say, that's not one of the plays. and tell you where you're supposed to be.
Right. And it's funny because since he brought that up, I remember seeing um, an interview with DeMar DeRozan sometime back where he actually mentions this particular game where he was like, LeBron came over and overheard us talking, and he was like, no, 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 you're supposed to be over here. And DeMar DeRozan was like, what? LeBron actually told him what their play was supposed to be. So, yeah, that's crazy.
I understood that when I was at his house watching him watch our play. And because I'm a gray area player, I knew, well, he's going to know every single play is supposed to be. So therefore, for us to, have a one up on him, we have to go off script sometimes. If you don't
Yeah.
understand the game,
For someone like that, you would have to go out script.
And breakdown, you're going to go into the game behind LeBron's mind. And there you have it. That was the breakdown. This is Gilbert Areanas on Missile Sports.
I like that. I like the way, like I said, I do like the way he broke that down. He broke it down in a very fundamental way, and I like the way he said that. If someone was to come back with a comprehensive breakdown of, someone who actually played with Jordan, because Gilbert Arenas, as he said, he played on the other side of the ball of that from LeBron James, so he had actual one-on-one experience playing against him. If someone was to come back and make a video like this, talking about playing against Jordan and breaking out his analysis, I would watch it and think like, okay, that's cool, that's what's up, But I like the way he broke this down. Again, y'all make sure to let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell. This is your boy Full Movement, and we're going to catch you in the next video. We out. Peace.